Good evening, everybody. Match 9 of the 1995 Cricket World Cup was played today in Rawalpindi. It was Australia versus Holland. Australia red hot favourites, obviously. Holland opened to produce a respectable performance against the World Cup favourites here in Rawalpindi. Obviously, yesterday we saw India produced a wonderful fielding performance to restrict New Zealand to 177 for 9 from their 50 overs, and then they chased 178 in 39.4 overs to win by 8 wickets. Wonderful individual performance from Sachin Tendulkar was key to that. The pitch again was dry and dusty, a little bit cooler. It was only 33 degrees, a little bit cloudy. Australia won the toss and elected to bowl first. Mark Taylor said we're going to be probably chasing soon against good sides in the World Cup. Now's the time to experiment to see how good we are in a run chase against the Dutch. Stephen Lovers said he would have batted first as well, so everyone was pretty happy. And this was, all in all, a pretty straightforward result for the Australians, as you can see here. Pretty clinical performance, really. They didn't bowl Holland out. Holland deserve huge credit for batting the full 50 overs, making 188 for 8 from their 50 overs. Once again, they were a little bit lethargic in their bowling, but their fielding was pretty good as well. I mean, look at that scorecard. No one went on and got a huge score for the Dutch, but I think they deserve huge credit. Damien Fleming was terrific again. We'll have a look at his figures in a moment. And Steve Waugh got 3 wickets as well. 14 for Nolan Clark. Cantrell's 48 came off 80 deliveries. Fabian Aponso 11. 5 for the captain Stephen Lovers. Lefebvre 48 off 86 deliveries. 45 of 86 deliveries. 1 for Tim Deleda. 27 for Klaas van Noordwijk. 14 for Marshall Shever, 18 out for Baz Sundaran, quickfire 18 of 23 deliveries towards the end, and 1 for Eric Gouda in his first appearance of the tournament. Holland deserve huge credit. Their highest score against Australia. They usually get battered by Australia, but Australia have sort of struggled with the ball. But, I mean, look at that. 3 for 36, superb again from Damien Fleming. 6 wickets in 2 matches, leading wicket taker in this World Cup. McGrath only bowled 5 overs, went for 11 runs. Shane Warne, he's had shoulder problems. We were a little bit concerned, but he bowled his full 10 overs. He went for 43. He's still yet to get a wicket in this World Cup. Thought it was a little bit unfortunate not to get a wicket, to be honest with you. He bowled pretty tidily. Stuart Law bowled a couple of overs for 8 runs. Bevan took a wicket. He bowled 3 overs, 1 for 14. He took a wicket right near the end. Steve Waugh was fantastic. 3 for 24. Good line and length bowling. So he got his first wickets of the tournament. Mark Waugh didn't take a wicket. 5 overs, 0 for 20. And it was Shane Lee who bowled 5 overs and went for 24 runs. He was a little bit expensive. 188, you didn't think it would be much of a target. In the end, they got off to another good start. They put on 101 for the first wicket against England. 92 this time. But Mike Taylor got out to a poor shot yet again. 34, 55 deliveries. Ricky Ponting looked good, 33 of 60 deliveries. But look at that again from Mark Waugh. 107 not out of 133 balls. His second century in a row. He joins Alan Turner as the second Australian to score 2 centuries in the same World Cup. Steve Waugh hit 6 not out of 13 deliveries, so his average will go up a little bit. But Mark Waugh absolutely dominated that innings. He did what Tendulkar did yesterday against New Zealand. It took them 41 overs to actually get the 188 runs, so it was considerably more than what India had to chase, and India only scored 3 runs, only 5 runs yesterday. Cantrell 39 for noughts off 8 overs, 11 for nought for Fabian Aponso. Steve Lovers the captain, the only wicket taker. He was superb. 2 for 32 off 10 overs. Roland Lefebvre bowled brilliantly as well. 0 for 29 off 10 overs. Deleda got whacked for a few off 3 overs, 20 for nought. 12 for nought off 3 as well for Eric Gouda. And 39 for nought off for Jan Paul Bakker off of 6 overs in the end. So the summary between Australia versus Holland at Rawalpindi. Australia won the toss, selected to bowl first on a dry, dusty pitch. Holland restricted Holland to 188 for 8. Both Steve Waugh and Damien Fleming taking 3 for 36 or 3 for 24 for Steve Waugh and 3 for 36 for Damien Fleming. Damien Fleming, the leading wicket taker with 6 wickets in 2 matches. Warne didn't take a wicket, but bowled pretty well and bowled his full 10 overs. Australia were never really in trouble. They chased runs down comfortably, 189 for 2, winning 41 overs. Australia winning by 8 wickets, 2 wins out of 2 in this World Cup, and 2 man of match awards for Mark Waugh, 107 not out off 133 balls. What a start to the tournament he's had. This is what it means. Australia go into their crunch match against Pakistan, second in the table, 2 wins out of 2. Them and South Africa look the outstanding sides in the competition so far. Tomorrow's match, Sri Lanka versus the West Indies. Well, I don't know what you can say about that. Sri Lanka will be favourites to beat the West Indies for the first time in a World Cup match. Remember 4 years ago, West Indies destroyed Sri Lanka in a group match comfortably. They're not going to destroy them tomorrow. If anything, West Indies... Richie Richardson is expected to be fit tomorrow. Remember, he was out sick at the last moment and was replaced by Phil Simmons. Humiliated by the United Arab Emirates by 40 runs, being bowled out for 93. Surely, I mean, they must produce a better performance tomorrow, the West Indies, if they are going to make any impact in this tournament. Otherwise, it could be an humiliating early exit from the World Cup in the group stage. Sri Lanka, red-hot favourites to win tomorrow. And I mean red-hot favourites. Let's have a look at the Australian star players. Start off with Shane Warne. Not looking good so far. 0 wickets in 2 matches. He's conceded 67 runs. He bowled pretty well today. It was a little bit unfortunate, really. He maybe got the luck that Bevan got for when he got his wicket. He's still yet to get a wicket. Average gone up to 13 now. Steve Waugh thanks to that 6 not out, or was it 7 not out? I think it may have been 7 not out in the end. Yeah, Steve Waugh and his first wickets of the tournament makes sure that he has an average of 10 in 2 matches, 3 wickets in 2 matches. But this is the man, 233 runs at an average of 233. Average has gone up to 71 with the ball, but it's the batting which is the reason why Mark was included. 233 runs in 2 matches, and we just have a look at Tendulkar. Tendulkar is 12 runs behind him, and look at those averages, 221 and 233 respectively. What a start Mark Waugh's had. Him and Sachin Tendulkar, I think, are going for the leading run scorers. So far, they looked awesome in those 2 matches. A wonderful performance from Mark Waugh and the Australian side. Clinical performance, comfortable enough win, 41 overs. That's how to chase runs here in Pakistan. Tomorrow's match, well, it is crucial that West Indies perform tomorrow. That humiliation against the United Arab Emirates, they've been slagged off, and even though Richie Richardson didn't play, he's been criticised for his captaincy. West Indies press want him gone. They want most of the players gone. That was humiliating against the United Arab Emirates. They have to turn up against Sri Lanka tomorrow and put in a good performance. Otherwise, seriously, you can't see them getting out of the group stage of the tournament. Sri Lanka looking to build on that magnificent win against India. So we'll see you for tomorrow's match between Sri Lanka versus the West Indies. But this is me, Lawrence Howard, reporting on the 95 Cricket World Cup being played here in Pakistan on Pride Cricket on PlayStation. Australia have beaten Kenya by 8 wickets, and Mark Waugh has gone back to the leading scorers chart. Back-to-back hundreds, joining Alan Turner as only the second Australian batsman to score 200s in the same World Cup tournament. And score 200s in the same World Cup tournament. It's bye-bye from me.